Welcome to Wine Australia's new video series Reading Between the Vines, where you'll learn about a variety of agricultural technologies to assist in the winemaking process. In this series, you'll hear from grape growers and winemakers firsthand their experience using agtech, the types of technologies they're deploying and how these are driving better outcomes. So, let's jump in. G'day and welcome. We're here today in the beautiful Pewsey Vale vineyard, and I'm here with Brooke Howe from Yalumba and Guy Davidson from Onside. Welcome guys, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks Dave.
Good to hear. And here to talk about Onside and the collaboration that you guys have got with Yalumba at the moment. And I guess today we'll start off, Guy, with you. If you could give us a bit of background about Onside, who you are and where you've come from.
Yeah, no worries. So Onside is a digital check-in solution that helps power rural operations and protect rural people. And it's really about improving operations, communications, compliance and biosecurity on farms and for the people visiting those farms. We actually started in the dairy sector in about 2015, and it was about the co-founders who worked for and co-founded one of New Zealand's largest dairy farming operations, Synlait. They didn't know who was where on their sites in real time. They didn't know how to contact them if they needed to, whether they had the right information, and a lot about the compliance as well. Did they have the right safety information and real-time safety information? And that was a legislative requirement. So naturally they had to look for a system to do this. They couldn't find a visitor management solution on the market with a rural focus that did all these things. So that's where Onside was created. We've really seen growth in the last 2.5 years. You know, we started in dairy, but what we've found is that orchards and vineyards have actually really taken off in New Zealand. So we work with most of Marlborough now. And so naturally, it was getting a bit small there. We decided we'd need to come offshore, and Australia made sense. And yeah, 50% of wine is grown in South Australia, so thought we'd move here.
Now from your perspective, Brooke, firstly just a bit of an intro to you and Yalumba, I guess. So you've been here for how long?
I've been here for 11 years. Pewsey Vale was part of the Hillsmith family vineyards portfolio, but sits under the Yalumba umbrella, which is Australia's oldest family wine company since 1849. And here at Pewsey Vale we've been planting vine since 1961. So yeah, it's a pretty special place to be, as you can see. So yeah, but I manage, as the vineyard manager for Barossa and Eden Valley, I manage 8 sites, which is about 270 hectares. And yeah, so some of the challenges that Guy was talking about knowing who's on your properties on the 8 sites certainly was an issue for us that we wanted to address.
Right, so that's something that's been a challenge for you in terms of managing workforce and staff, etc. for a while?
Absolutely, and we've had not just staff but external people that come on site. So we've got some of our vineyard sites that aren't fenced for aesthetic reasons, which means that we can easily have visitors coming and going that we don't know about. Or locking people in because we don't know that they're there, which yeah, was becoming quite a challenge, and we wanted something that visitors could come and do quite easily, so it wasn't onerous to come and do a check-in system. So it started from a biosecurity perspective, because one of the things that we identified in our audit for sustainable wine growing was that we didn't have a solid visitor check-in system, and the added bonus was that we could also know where our staff are, and again the risks and things that are part of the app became something that wasn't really necessary in our eyes but was an added bonus.
So, and on that I guess, how's the feedback from staff, both internal and external, be from your perspective? Is that something that you've had to work hard on to get uptake, or does it make sense to them?
Well, I guess it's that whole change initiative, so it did take a bit of work at the start, but for the most part it's been really well taken up, and it's been something that we've been able to adapt and slowly get all of our external. So we started with the staff, and then we're getting our external people to come on board as well. But you know, we can have people working at all hours of the night on frost patrol, or people working on the weekends, and we'll know whether they're there. It's more, and also having that peace of mind that you will get a phone call if you haven't checked out, and we can make sure that you're all okay. So
great. Yeah, that's fantastic. Where to from here for you guys and Onside? You know, is this you're working mostly in South Australia at the moment, but you've got national reach, I guess?
Yeah, we do. We've already got a few vineyards and other farms outside of South Australia, but I've really been focusing my energy here. Onside works really well when a sector in a region picks it up more and more. So as more people in the Barossa start to pick it up, for example, it becomes second nature and it becomes more useful because you have traceability everywhere, it helps with biosecurity, helps with ease of use because everyone's just using the one system.
Yeah, that's great. Well guys, thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it. It's a great story you've got, and good luck with your continued success in this space. So, thank you.
No worries.
Thanks,
Dave.
Good on you.